No Puedes Jugar Boxeo fue presentado por SEYER, en los puños de los campeones desde 1930.
Sebastian, it's always a pleasure. I was remembering you in the morning because I believe I was the first guy who interviewed you, and look at you now, champion of the world, your sister as well. Could you define for me the moment that you are living now?
Oh, it's the moment right now is very surreal. We dreamt of these moments, and now we're finally here. Me and my sister champions, my father, one of the best coaches in the world. So it's great. We worked very hard for this position, and now we're finally here.
Could you define your career as like this? The sacrifice, sorry, makes sense?
Absolutely, absolutely. Every day, right now or this morning, I had to run through the snow. The snow was up to my ankles, but it's sacrifice. If you want to become great, you have to sacrifice. And a lot of these fighters from the past had to sacrifice to become these great champions. Now I know that I'm going through this, that I will become a great champion myself.
That's amazing, the way that you define all the sacrifices. And I know you since forever. And I can tell that your sister, and of course you as well, uh, are fighters that they believe more in legacy than money. Of course, money is important for living, but since the day that I met you, you never changed. You're humble, your sister as well. So for you, it's more important the legacy than money, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. With this sport, you want to make a big impact. And not just the sport, life itself. I want to be known as a great person, a great fighter, and and that's what I've been working on.
Yeah, what can you tell to the fighters that they believe it's only about money? You have a message, because I truly believe when the days and years pass, everybody's gonna remember you as, of course, the Inferno Tower, but a nice guy. What can you tell to the new generation of boxers?
Well, of course, this is a prize sport, so they're gonna care about the money. We don't go into the ring getting punched in the face for free.
No, I
Of
know.
course, that's a big thing, but don't make it everything. Don't make it everything, because then people are gonna see you. They're gonna see how either fake you are or how you don't care for the sport, and people don't appreciate that. The fans want to see a true person, how they really are, and they appreciate how when a boxer shows that, or any entertainer shows how they are as a real person, it makes them feel relatable.
Yeah, the last time that I saw you guys, we were in Germany, and I remember that we were in the middle of the WBC annual convention, and I remember the love of everybody for you guys. I mean, when you think about not only the fighters but your father, it's about love. What can you tell about that, of all this love that you are receiving now? Because you can deny that people love you guys.
I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. We worked hard for this. Worked hard for this recognition, and now we're finally getting it. And it's nothing but good stuff for me. This is a big things for us. Now we're finally here as champions, and we're getting recognized as champions, as great fighters, as people of boxing. You think of boxing, you think of Fundoras now. So it's a beautiful feeling.
I know. Now it's coming Las Vegas. I live here, by the way. You know that. March 22nd. Very complicated fight, in my understanding, with Jordale Booker, 23-1, 11 knockouts. So, how can you define this fight? Because every single time that you are fighting in Vegas is like a bloody fight. I remember Lubin. I mean, so many fights. It's something special for Fundora and for Las Vegas when they meet together.
Of course, of course. And I just like to let everybody know that I am also undefeated in Vegas, and I plan to keep that in Vegas undefeated. So it's going to be a great night. Vegas is the capital of boxing. No matter what people say, it's always going to be the capital of boxing. And come March 22nd, we're going to remind you why Vegas is the place for boxing.
There's a song like starting from the bottom, now we're here. And remember, you start 4 rounds. you're trying to put your name on under the lights. But now main event, not only now, but several times main event. How's the feeling? Fundora, the main guy.
I'm happy. I'm happy. You know how they make the banners for the fighters, Fundora versus Blank, or any big fight, like say Canelo versus that, and you see it after the fight happens. They put it in their gym, and they put the banner in their gym because they're headlining. Now we have a couple of those, so I see my face all over the gym, all over different posters. I see my sister on different posters, so it's like we made it. We made it, and we plan to keep it. So we're gonna continue to work hard.
Please define your opponent, Booker. What is your opinion and what are you expecting from him?
Southpaw fighter. I've seen him fight a couple times on PBC, but that's all. That's all I really care for. All I really know. I'm just gonna plan and work what I do and what I do best in the ring and win this fight.
You know, let me tell you something. I love this from you because you never mention Canelo, you never mention Benavides, even if you are taller enough, tall enough in order to fight in some other weight classes. So you are building your own career. There's no need to trash talk in your career, right? So uh, where did you get this confidence? Because you don't need to call nobody. I believe you trust in God and in your building your own career. I'm correct.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the Bible says not to judge anybody. It's not my job to judge anybody. Leave it to God. Um, but I just focus on what I can do, what I have, and to build from there. My father's raised me as a great human being. I think I'm actually achieving it now. So I'm just happy that I'm in this position and I can show everybody what a great fighter I am and what a great human being I am.
How can you handle the emotions? Because I can tell when you fight against Team Su, it was like a war, bloody war. But your face is always the same. Uh, I'm telling you, sometimes you're loud and I can tell that you're happy. But other than that, I don't know if you are in bad mood, you are focused. So how can you handle with all these feelings inside of the ring?
Just maturity. Just maturity. Me and my dad always talking about the bads and the goods. So we go over these things and we plan these things over and over and over. I go through these things over in my head a million times. And when it finally happens, it's like a breeze. It's like practicing for a speech. You practice, you practice, you practice. And when you finally get to the podium, you speak and you sound great. So this is a similar thing. I've been into the ring probably a million times already, stepped into the ring a million times, whether sparring or fighting or training, a bunch of times already. So to be in a fight like that, it's no different to me. Blood could be everywhere. Uh, uh, um, my arm can be cut off. I'm still gonna be the same way. I'm ready to fight and do my job.
Definitely. I don't like these kind of questions because, of course, you need to focus in your next fight. But in this occasion, I would love to ask you what is next for you, especially when you have Murtaza, you have Crawford, you have Virgil Ortiz, joining stages, a great fighter. I mean, I don't like to ask because I understand that you need to focus on Booker. But what is next in your heart, in your mind, and maybe in your desires?
Whoever. We are the champion. We're unified champion. We have two of the belts. We're half of the division right now. So whoever's to come next, I think it's gonna be a great fight.
Again, I can tell that you don't have any bad blood with nobody, but you feel like it, that you want to fight against Crawford at some point?
Of course, if he stays in this division. But as of right now, we don't even know.
I mean, I can tell that it's not like a normal or natural 168 pounder, right? And by the way, what is the secret to stay in 154 like forever, being the tallest guy in 154 ever?
It's just working and good genetics.
Yeah, yeah,
Drink a
yeah.
lot. Drink a lot of milk.
Well, I can tell that you are like your sister, not like a social media guys. So, do you believe the focus to stay away from the noise in the middle of nowhere. I mean, in the middle of the woods, snow. It's good for your mental health, because I can tell that this is like a cancer, the social media. So do you believe it's one of the things that you control better, not to be involved in this dirty noise in social media?
I think social media is just a tool. It's just a tool. It's good for PR, good for promotions, but it depends on how you want to take it. Some people live off of social media, and you might get effects from it. You might pay attention to it too much. You might see that people talk about you, talk bad things about you, and that might mess with your mental health. But with me, that's not a problem. I have a phone. A phone's easy just to turn off. To turn it off, and that's it. I'm done with it.
It's not easy for everybody. I mean, that
It should be easy. It should be easy, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's easy, but it's not. Let me play with you something, because you're my family, and let's imagine that you are the announcer of your fight. Please, in a way, announcing and inviting the people. How can you do this? Invite the people, but like an announcer, very excited for your fight. Invite the people, please, like an announcer. Fundora is
man. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys tune in March 22nd for the Towering Inferno Sebastian Fundora Unified WBC and WBO champion. It's going to be a great night in Michelob Ultra Arena in Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas.
Beautiful. Finally, let me ask you this, because the people needs to recognize the efforts of PBC, the effort of the announcer, the guys who clean the arena, the PR people. I mean, do you understand, or do you realize that how many people are involved in your fight? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
great, right?
It's a big job. It's a big job. Not just the fighters in the ring, but of course the PR, the TV people, the arena people. There's lots of things behind boxing that people don't know. But I do appreciate every single one. I never. That's why I make sure I never disrespect anybody in this sport. Whether small or big, everybody in this sport matters, and that's what makes boxing great.
They put something in order to
Absolutely.
Be, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah. Finally, we cannot deny that you have a huge crowd, or I can say Mexican crowd behind you, because you're Latin blood, like a Cuban, Mexican, American. How important is to treat well the fans? And if you have a message for these guys to close this beautiful interview, it would be really appreciated.
I love and respect all my fans, everybody that supports me, and everybody that doesn't support me. This is what makes boxing great. The rivalry, the competition. It makes it entertaining. The people that go and buy my fight or watch my fight, turn the TV on, they all want to watch the Fundora fight, and they're making carne asada, they're making food, whatever they're doing to continue to make sports a wonderful thing, a family thing, an enjoyable thing, So continue to do it. I know I'm going to do it, and let's keep making sports and boxing great.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time. Oh, I forgot. You're going to need judges, because I can call the judges. Hey, don't come, because this guy is going for the knockout. You're going to need judges.
Right on. I like that one. But I don't predict. I never predict. But hey, I'll know who to call if the judges aren't going to come.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate. Say hi to your daddy, to your sister. I love you guys. Thank you very much.
Love you, Nelson. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, gentlemen. Bye-bye.
No Puedes Jugar Boxeo es presentado por SEYER en los puños de los campeones desde 1930.